I like Dimitri Orlov more from the Capitals from a price standpoint. $3,100 in DraftKings. He's been really productive whenever he's been in the lineup. He's had an injury. He's had COVID protocol this season, so he's been in and out. But when he's in, he's got a high ceiling. He has 7 multi-point games this season, which is tied for 10th among NHL defensemen. He's got 8 points and strong coverage of shots and blocks. Over his past 12 games, he's got 18 shots and he's got 21 blocks and those 8 points, including 3 goals. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of scoring pop from Washington. It's a team that I'm looking to stack. I got Kuznetsov, I got Dimitri Orlov, and I'm even giving a look to Ilya Samsonov if he gets the start with Vitek Vanacek injured. But I think tonight is a time to jump on Washington. I've been reluctant to do so in my mock lineups this season because they've had so many guys missing. But if you can count on Ovi back and Sammy in the nets, I think they're going to have a nice game tonight.
AJ, who are you poised to go to?
I do like the John Carlson play. There's certainly the matchup there is fantastic. The Jackets just been leaking goals since the start of the year, 4.36 per game in their last 14 contests. And it's a good way to get a share of that Washington #1 power play. But when you talk about power plays in 2022, 2 of the best are going up against each other in Pittsburgh and Boston. Penguins 33.3% in 2022 here. Boston just behind them at 30.2. So I think between the 2 guys at quarterback, their #1 units, save the money and go with Charlie McAvoy. Letang obviously has been producing at huge numbers, but he's so expensive at $7,000. Go down to McAvoy, $5,800. Again, since the start of the year, 15 games for McAvoy. He's got 13 points over that stretch, 7 of which have been scored with the man advantage.
Pablo, you're always, you humor my suggestions at least. Could I interest you in Josh Morrissey tonight?
No, I don't like the way Winnipeg's playing of late, so I'm going to stick with Carlson as the hot play among the top defensemen. You mentioned 3 points in the last few games. He had been pretty much scoreless for a bunch before that, so I think he's getting ready to go on a heater. And what better club to continue that against than the lowly Jackets? I also like Tony DeAngelo. Both he and his opponents tonight are on the second of back-to-back, so you can throw that issue out the window. For his part, he's got 11 points and 22 shots on goal, plus 13 blocks in his last 10. That's why he costs $6,500. And you can bet the Hurricanes are going to be smarting after losing a real good hockey game last night against the Maple Leafs.